My first board appointment was at Transnet. When we walked into Transnet, it was a grey man with grey beards and grey suits. Remember the story? And I was also on the board of IDC, where when we were at the IDC, because our issue was transformation, transformation in terms of bringing black people into these organizations, especially at the leadership positions, and women. There was a time when we needed to appoint a CEO for the IDC. And the then CEO who was on board, there were two of us who were black women. He looked at us and he saw these women. We so reminded him of his mate, 2 months into our board appointments, he wrote a letter to the minister that I understand what you guys are wanting to do, but I'm out of here. He left. He left his job as a CEO. But we stayed on. But the whole thing was just making sure that when you are in that position, you're a minority, you make a difference. You don't come into the boardroom without preparing yourself. Mm-hmm. You read your board packs and you make sure that you speak. My mantra lately is to the young women to say, fight for your seat in the boardroom. But more importantly, fight for the seat at the head of the table. Because being in the boardroom is good enough, but be at the head of the table. That's where the difference happens. So that's what I'm doing. I'm mentoring young women, just making them understand that they deserve to be in the boardroom. There's an imposter syndrome. No, we're not imposters. We are there because we are educated, we are trained, and we know what we are doing. So that's my journey. It was my journey, still is my journey up to now.
Right.